everyone, Cash here, back with another video from MLB The Show, and today is the first episode of a brand new series, and this one I'm excited about. It is the return of Trey Cash to the baseball diamond. Road to the show. Trey is back. Wasting no time, let's get straight into this one. Now, the only question to start this is what position Trey is going to be. We've been a shortstop. We've been a third baseman, I think, in the past, maybe a second baseman. I tried outfield once in a Twitch stream, and outfield didn't work too well for me. So I actually am going to end up going with a first baseman. I have never done a first baseman road to the show in any MLB game ever in the past, so thought that'd be interesting. We're going to try and go with more of a power first baseman. I'm going to make him, randomly, I decided to make him a lefty batter and a righty fielder throwing hand. So that is what we're going to roll with, and look at this, what you get, and this is why I'm already loving first base. You already get started with 4 points in your power, 3 in your contact, so I'm putting 1 into contact. I'm going to put 3 into speed because I figure you have them to spend. We really don't need the arm strength. We really don't need the fielding. We're a first baseman. You can't, how many opportunities are we going to have in the field? So this is, I think, what we're going to go with. We got 5 points to spend. We're putting 3 there. Actually, we have 1 more to spend. I'm going to put 1 into power because there we go. Why not put 5 into power, 4 into contact? That seems pretty solid to me. That fits exactly what we're going for, a power-hitting first baseman. So that is what Trey is going to start as. I'm not sure what effect that really is going to have on our starting attributes. But now, let's take a look at Trey Cash. This is not Trey Cash, the actual guy on the right, but this is his information. Trey Cash is back. We're going to make him 20 years old, preferred number 24. He's a right throw hand, left bat hand, birthplace, California. I randomly selected that as well. But now let's actually take a look at Trey Cash, the player, and this is what he's going to be. I was trying to think of who I wanted to try and model Trey after. Now, we are the normal 6'2"-ish, 210 pounds, and really I think what I ended up thinking of is Trey's like the white Ryan Howard, a very pretty athletic guy, a strong power hitter, but someone that can just dominate, be a perennial all-star, future maybe MVP. But these are the animations we're going with for Trey. Ian Desmond's batting stance, I like the stance that he had. Walk-up practice swings, all that stuff, just mainly default style one. Nothing really special about any of those. Bat color, we're going to change that a little bit, put a little pine tar. Trey, got to have the pine tar on the bat. Probably got to put the pine tar on the helmet as well. So as always, every MLB game, the customization in this is unbelievable. There's so many different things you can change. I could have spent an entire 20-minute episode just going through, changing the face and the ears. It's crazy how much customization is in this, which I love because this game is so deep. Every mode is so deep in this one. And I like the changes as we kind of see all this out. I love the changes that they have made to Road to the Show this year, which we're about to see. The addition of the kind of scouting combine scout day is very cool, and I'm interested to dive deeper into this to see what other things they have changed, because I know they've improved a lot of stuff with this year's Road to the Show in this year's game. But this is the final look at Trey. That's what we're going to go with, and now it is time to move on to the Bowman Scout Day. So we're going to go through a few different drills, and that is going to help, I guess, kind of rate us as we then get into playing the 2 games in the Topps Amateur Showcase. So first, before we do anything, we have 500 points to spend, and I'm immediately putting these into contact on both sides. So that's going to take up most of our points, and then I'm going to put 1 point into power versus righties and lefties. So you see we have 45, 45, 46, 46. Very solid hitting stats to start out with, especially considering we're only a 50 overall. So that's what we're going with now. A new thing that is in this year's game is perks. I don't know how I feel about these. We're going to have to try and test these out as we begin playing. You see, you have to have certain rating requirements to earn these perks. Now, some of them I do think are very cheesy, but others actually maybe won't be too bad to actually use. Like I know there's one in terms of being on base where you can make the player take the next pitch so you can steal. I think that's pretty cool. That's an interesting way of doing it. But there's other ones where like it's a guaranteed meat pitch or guaranteed all strikes in an at-bat, I think, which I think that makes the game very arcadey, maybe a little too arcadey. I'm more on the realism simulation side of it. So we'll have to see. We'll test them out, see how they are, get a feel for them. Feel free to leave comments down below what you think. Should I use them? Should I avoid all of them? There's another thing, can't remember what it's called, Showtime, I think it's called, which is a very arcadey thing, which also as well, let me know in the comments below whether you think I should use that or not. But this was the first one. This was the 40-yard dash. We don't have to do anything for that. It's just kind of, it shows it. I think it's just based off of our speed rating we pick. But Now is the real test. First up is going to be hitting, so they're going to be paying attention to our swing timing, good contact, and hit distance. So basically, just hit the ball, don't hit it foul, and don't swing and miss. So you see the bar up at the top hitting the draft stock. It's going to keep moving as we have good hits. It's going to move up and go green. Now if we do really bad and then keep doing bad, that moves back to the left and it turns red, which I'm not entirely sure just in general how much how good you do actually affects your actual ratings, or not your ratings, but your actual draft projection, which we're doing pretty good here in this hitting one as we hit a home run on that last swing, but we got a pretty full green bar, so that's going to bring the end of the hitting. Now we go into fielding, and this one they're going to be looking at our footwork, our range, and our arm strength, which you already know we don't have arm strength, but we shouldn't really ever have to throw the ball since we're on first base, so we're going to see here what happens. You see the green bar is pretty full. I don't know how full you could get that green bar. As here we're going to take an easy field, as it is going to show you where it's going to go, so we know it's going to the right, so we're able to kind of shade that way right away, and we get a little bit of a benefit on that one. Again, another ground ball to our right, and if we can avoid having to throw the ball, that's great, because we don't want them to find out we have a noodle for an arm, as that one's going to be easy. Now we're going to move on to double plays. This one's going to be a little bit harder, as that one's going to be to us. We are going to have to throw the ball in this one. Yep, we got a noodle arm, as we get one, cannot get two. I think we still got the benefit for it, though, because we got an out. As you see, the green bar keeps rising, and we're going to do it again here, and we're a little slow making the turn. We get that one, though. Again, not even close to turning two, though. And then the final thing here is going to be bunt defense. This should be easy enough, as the square up, and that one right to us, and that will be easy enough to step on the bag, and I think that is going to do it for the scouting. Actually, nope, there's going to be one more. So I'm pretty impressed with our performance here. That green bar is pretty darn full. We'll have to see what that's going to give us in terms of our initial grading, as that should be it, as that will be the end of Scout Day. But I think a very cool addition, just adds an extra wrinkle to starting your career. Before it was always just you played, I think, the 3 games, showcase games, and then that was it. But you see, and actually not too bad. So we had a pretty good, obviously a very good 60-yard dash. Our speed is well above average. Our hitting is above average, and power, contact and power. Fielding, a little bit to be desired. You see our arm strength. Still, though, our fielding and arm is better than our scouted numbers are better. So I think we've done pretty well for ourselves. Our future value is above average. Now, they don't give us our draft projection. That's going to be determined. We'll find that out, I think, after the first showcase game. But that is where we're going to end this first episode. Trey Cash is back on the diamond. If you are excited like I am, leave a like down below. Subscribe to see any future videos that I make in this series or any of the series that I'm doing on the channel. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.